right, everyone's asking me for an update. Did Josh come to your house? I knew he wasn't going to, so he sent these text messages. The first one is basically him wussing out and saying, I came to my senses. The second one is apparently accusing me of being a really horrible inspector, because that isn't a flip. It's somebody who lived in the house for 50 years, apparently. Still looked like a flip to me. I don't know if you guys agree with that. But, and honestly, if you own a house for 50 years, you can still try to flip it by just doing a bunch of shoddy work. But, you know, at the end of the day, these are the text messages he sent me. Does this seem real professional to you? But here's the thing. It got juicier. My son went back to the house my son Austin. He went there on Saturday to pick up the radon test. When you do a radon lab test, you have to leave the canisters in the house for 2 days, for 48 hours minimum. So he went Saturday to pick them up, and the kit was not in the house. He looked everywhere. So I told him on the phone, I said, just drop another lab kit. We'll go back, Monday to pick it up. So he did that. Went back to the house today. There's no lockbox on the house anymore. Real professional, Josh. Way to go. You're really tripling down on this whole thing. Anyway, there's your update. Josh did not come over. No, he didn't apparently want to meet up like he said. And we're just going to chalk this one up to yet another realtor that honestly should be considering a different career.
Now, in the Zillow listing, it very clearly said that there was a brand new roof on this house. But let's take a little bit closer look here. Let's come down just a little bit and see this brand new roof and the damage that we're seeing to the shingles. They're actually touting this as a brand new roof. Look at the shingles right here.
Start off with the walkway is in really terrible shape. But maybe we could have actually fixed the siding so that maybe the door threshold shouldn't just have a bunch of mortar slapped on top of it. Okay, this gets way worse, so hang in there. That window's broken. That window's broken. That window's broken. There's a hole in the window here that they just put a fender washer and a nut on, and then these big old gaps I can stick my fingers in. They slapped paint on it, but didn't even bother to mask off the glass. That's a big bunch of nope. That's a big bunch of nope. This is a giant funnel. All that water is being shoved right behind this wall. You just couldn't get worse grade right up to the house. See here. Parge coating with step cracks in it. Big giant gaps in the foundation. You come over here. Parge coating just coming right off the wall. Now I love that they put the blocks right here because this helps funnel the water into that window. A hose bib. Oh, it's the new Bluetooth kind. You just take this wherever you need the water and you water. But let's check out this high quality wiring coming into this house. Yeah, that looks good. Oh yeah, it gets better and better and better. Now you just know these brand new seamless gutters. You got the big downspouts. That all looks amazing, right? Kind of seems like maybe they should have mounted that somehow. Custom. And you see the hot and the neutrals reversed. There's not an electrician alive that would get those wires backwards. So this tells me DIY work was happening here. All right, look, when these houses get old, they don't take care of themselves like they used to. And you get wall cellulite. You have a newly renovated bathroom, I don't know, kind of feels like maybe you'd want to plug in a hairdryer or a curling iron or have some sort of ability to use electricity in the bathroom. What do you guys think? Is this toilet secured? I'm in the shower right now, and if there is anything that I love, a feature in a shower, and that is to be able to reach over and stick my fingers in this little outlet right here, or get to these switches, because it's great to be in the shower and to be able to actually touch electrical fixtures. Flipper's gonna flip. There is nothing better than open grounds right next to the sink. I'm wondering why they set these logs right in front of those doors. Oh, that's why. Let's go into the fireplace and see what we see. Let's see. I think the baling wire on the flue end is a nice touch. All right, we got this water heater here, and it's in a drip pan. I also see a TPR discharge pipe here. Check this out. That's supposed to be fastened. And the drip pan is just dumping out on the floor. So it literally might as well not even be there. La la la, Nothing to see here. Just a gaping big hole, crack in the floor joist. Goes all the way up here. That's a big bunch of nope. Another crack in this floor joist, but no worries. They put a little 2x4 on it. I know that I can see where there was moisture coming through this wall. There's moisture stains all along the bottom. Over here, we see moisture staining in that corner. You can see where there was water damage in here. There's a mold-like substance growing a whole bunch of places. They'll chew up the wires and then they'll just go on a trip. Why do these kind of stand out? It's time to break out our fancy tools. Preston, that looks pretty straight. Preston, there's nothing wrong with an S-shaped wall. This one's my favorite. Yep. These last a long time, but they are mostly beyond their useful service life. But what we want to look for is what I call barnacles. You see that barnacle right there? See that one right there? All of those are actual poop water leaking through the inside of this pipe. That means the pipe is corroded to the point where it's leaking out through the iron. That means this is imminently going to fail. You will see the drips from where they drip. You see those brown dots? Yeah. Look, I see strategically placed items. There is no way there's anything behind this, like a defect or a crack or a hole in the wall. There's just no way people would do stuff like that. Yeah, there is just no way they would do that. So I wonder if this house had a mold problem. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. If you look around, you'll see that splotchiness.
And you saw the reality of that house.